He provided the playlist for the lives of South Florida's teens as a radio DJ for more than 40 years. And his dedication continues as he works to give the most vulnerable a fighting chance to turn their lives around. With a place and a message that reminds them when life gets tough, here's help. I'm Spiro Canton. Our guest is well known to audiences across South Florida for a variety of reasons, and for today's younger audiences, it's for something other than morning radio. With me now, John Footy Cross. Now, you've remained very active in the lives of younger people even today.
Yes, Here's Help keeps me there. But I've been Here's Help since it began 40 years ago. So there's sort of a parallel with my radio career and my career.
Matter of fact,
Here's Help.
Here's Help was the reason you got on the radio. Right?
Yeah, it was really kind of an accident. It was Jim Reilly was our newsman with Bill Tanner, and the station had just come on the air a couple of months. And they had a rating book, and the rating book was, not to make it too complicated, was skewed towards women, so they wanted to get some male features. And they asked me if I knew anything about sports, and they made me the sports director, and I was there for 34 years.
So you're giving a radio in the kind of like in the back door there.
Yeah.
Now you're still on the air.
Yes, 940 Wins, the Sports Animal, every Saturday from 11 to 1. Myself, Mike Marino, and Bobby Monica.
But the passion still remains for Here's Help. Now you have a really good batting record with people in rehabilitation at Here's Help. And why is that?
You know, we've been at this a long time. We're very sophisticated. It's really a great question because you hit the key to the whole thing. And besides having a good program, as many good programs, the selection process. We can't be everything to everybody. We know what we can do. We know who we can do well with, and we know what person does well. Mm-hmm. So we have to make the right selection. And then the odds go through the roof. The problem is when, you know, the system, not to their fault, there's not a lot of services left, the economy and everything else. So they have the judges in drug court and juvenile probation office, whatever. They don't have many resources. So they try to fit everybody into one place, similar to what's happening in the Dade County Jail, where they have psychiatric patients, substance abuse people, criminals, sociopaths. You know, they have them all in one place. And you can't do that. It doesn't work. You can't send somebody who needs neurosurgery to a foot doctor.
When you take a look at Here's Help, though, you actually offer vocations
for
people, and that's something that separates you from other rehabilitation facilities.
We're more of a school than anything else. In our age group, which is 25 and under, the guys, for the most part, dropped out of school in the 7th grade, 8th grade. We've talked about it before. And the world sort of passed them by. So now they're behind. Mm-hmm. But they're in the age where life's in front of them. So we have to get them caught up, and you can't just stop one thing, you have to do something else. So we're geared towards that something else. What are you going to do now? Okay, we know drugs are no good. We know the screwing off in life is no good. Okay, we caught you up. What are you going to do now? So Lindsay Hopkins, Miami Lakes Tech, Miami-Dade North and South, McFatter sometimes. We have a variety. Plus we have our own high school. We have our own agriculture programs. We have our own, you know, the Publix Padilla culinary school that we have.
Right.
And art and music and a lot of other things that we do.
Any success stories?
You know, I'll tell you, I had one yesterday, as a matter of fact. And that's important because we deal with, you know, a certain amount of tragic failure. So, and you have to hold on to your successes. I went into Frank Ortis, Mayor of Pembroke Pines, opened a cafe. It's called the Mayor's Cafe. And I was sitting having lunch. And this guy came over to me very tentatively, and he came over and he said, Footy, John. And I said, yeah. He told me his name, and he said, I was in Here's Help in 1984. And I said, really? And he started talking about the staff that was there, some of which is still there. And he said to me, I made it. He said, took me a couple of tries, but I made it. And one of our staff members, in particular, Sam Zacco, who runs our residential program, he said, Sam saved my life. You tell him I said hello.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that has a lot of self-satisfaction.
That keeps you going.
It sure does. Yeah. It sure does. So thanks so much. You don't need to be a radio star or celebrity to make an impact on your community. It starts with a desire to help. Learn how Comcasters made a difference in schools all around South Florida when you get local and select Comcast Cares Day under the Comcast Newsmakers section. I'm Spiro Canton. Thank you for joining us.